What's going on here?
I'm going Mike because it's almost like he accuses Rico of the privilege factor. He's got some privilege himself with his Giants team over the last, call it 15 years, right?
Tommy Cutlets.
So when he says, you people aren't used to this, a successful team, like I've seen it before type deal. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. I'm gonna go with Mike.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, those people. I'm going with Mike as well.
All right. Who said it?
Oh, my.
Okay, where is
that? Is Jeff Rieger from the Daily Ticket?
Did his bottom lip
Podcast.
get cut off? What was that? When did he develop a lisp? Go, hold on. David, play it one more time. Does he have 19 cotton balls in his mouth? What
I think misses him saying succotash.
He's doing a podcast from the dentist office? What is he doing?
Still got the Novocaine.
He's got the numbed lips.
Okay. We got time for one more.
We got time for one more. Oh, man.
Succotash.
All right.
Is that Mike Tyson? Who's that?
I got to read. Hold on. Okay. The fact that you have an opportunity to win the division for the first time since it's been called the NFC North in more than 30 years, and you don't want to hand the reins over to a rookie?
Oh. That kind of threw me off. Wait, is that somebody promoting?
I'm sorry. Let me read it again.
One more time.
Yeah. I messed up a word at the end. Let me read it again.
That helps.
The fact that you have an opportunity to win the division for the first time since it's been called the NFC North in more than 30 years, and you want to hand the reins over to a rookie.
Okay. Gosh, you guys got a lot of Hendon Hooker calls this week.
Oh, he was hot.
Wow. Oh, man. Obviously old school because they brought up the old, NFC North talk.
I'm going Stoney.
Yeah, I'd kind of lean in Stoney myself.
I'm gonna guess it was Rico because I've heard him reference the old division multiple times before in conversation.
Kenny, I feel like I should just trust you because I haven't got one of these right yet.
I'm gonna change it up. I think he's gonna throw a Mike one at us, and I think this is typical Mike, reminding us of how long it's been that it wasn't even the NFC North back when you won the division last. So
I'm just going to stick with Stoney.
I think it's going to sneak a Mike in on us.
It definitely could be this show because we got a lot of Hooker calls.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak. I think he's going to sneak a Mike one in. I'm going to stick with Mike.
You locked in?
Mm-hmm.
Who said it?
Oh, it's close.
Come on.
I hate this game. It's a dumb game, and we're going to stop playing it for the rest of the year.
David, you're fired.
Not kidding. We'll be back next week with it. All right. TJ, appreciate your time.
Later.
We'll see you soon.
Have a good
More
weekend.
Lions talk next 97.1. Everything is changing so fast these days. It's a great thing because back in the day, we were lucky to get one video to download to our desktop computers. Now, there's the Xfinity 10G network. That means the fastest internet with the faster speeds rolling out all the time and internet that can power a whole house full of devices at once with ultra low lag. So when one person is streaming a movie in their room, another person can be down in the man cave watching the game, and somebody's doing the latest TikTok creation in the kitchen all at the same time. It's the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now, and now through December 21st, new customers can get a 75 megabit internet on the next generation Xfinity 10G network for just $20 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/10G. Call 1-800-XFINITY or just simply stop into a local Xfinity store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with a store bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment taxes and fees extra after promo. Regular rates apply to after promo. Regular rates apply to internet services. Actual speeds vary.
Looks like I missed something.
Yeah, I can't really
hilarious.
talk about the conversation that TJ and I had off the air, but found out a lot about him. Let's just put it that way. David, let's catch up on some ticket texts.
Oh, the ticket texts are loving this. It said the list was hilarious. Someone says, we all need to follow up on Rieger. Is he okay? Oh,
Okay, was that just a bad recording or
it was what I heard. So I don't know if it was, I don't know.
It did sound like he just left the dentist chair and was trying to do a podcast. And the thing about the Lions.
I don't know why it sounds like that. I kept listening over and over again. I'm like, is this okay?
There has to be a drop somewhere in there. Seriously, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oh, my Lord. Someone says picking the G-Man is rooting for radio. We want another Valenti rant.
See, I don't think you can get the same rant.
I don't think so.
I mean, he was livid, and it was one of those. I think we're all guilty of the text message that you probably shouldn't have sent, but it was funny to you, but you knew the other person on the receiving end was going to lose it. So all I sent him was a gift of Tommy Cutlets running down the field, and he just fired back with a whole bunch of text messages to me like, yeah, I became that guy. I had to apologize because I hate when people do that to me, but it was right there. So I'm like Mike, you in the playoff picture? F you.
Oh, that's so good. Someone else, I heard Kenny say this, so maybe I'll go back and grab it. But someone says, great new drop from Kenny. We got a lot of hooker calls. We'll get that done a little later. Regarding the Lions, Austin from Ypsilanti is texting in, Lions 4-0, rest of the season. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right.
You say, Austin, it's not a right or wrong thing. I just want to know how Lions fans are feeling. We opened the show with that, and if you missed it, hit that Odyssey Rewind button. But 4 games left. How many games do you think that they win with? I said I think they go 2-2. I think tomorrow's game could be problematic. Sean Payton coming in here, Dan Campbell's mentor. They're going to be playing mental chess games against each other. And like it or not, Russell Wilson's been playing better at the quarterback position than Jared Goff. Denver's won, 6 out of the last 7 games?
Yeah, I believe so.
They were left for dead. Remember, as bad as last night's game was, and last night's game was bad, the final score was 63-21. Guess what? Denver lost the game worse than that. They lost 70-20, okay? But the next game, they came back, they beat Chicago, and then all of a sudden things started to click for them. I look at this team coming in here. I look at the Lions' turnover problems. We talked with TJ Lang about that. They turn the ball over too much. You can't give Denver extra possessions. And you got to have better third quarters. Because your third quarters, I almost feel like we did at the beginning of last season where these were the same problems. We were talking turnovers. We were talking your third quarters. You couldn't get anything done. And then everything flipped. But for right now, that's a major problem. Denver's coming in here. They're desperate. They're hungry. They're sitting at, I think, the 9th seed. They need this game. You're probably going to make the playoffs. They're desperate. They got to have this thing. Go ahead, David.
Gardner Johnson coming back. The defense will do enough to just be okay. 3-1 down the stretch.
See, I think he's back next week.
They hoping to bring him back next week. Yes.
I mean, he keeps putting stuff out on social media, but, that's not official. That's just him being optimistic.
Well, yeah, weeks ago he said he'll be back in like a couple weeks.
Right. He keeps sending out all the different memes, and I'm back. And until I hear the Lions say he's back, you're not back yet, son. You may be close, but you're not back.
I trust Goff. Lions will win 3 of the next 4. Rusty Russ is about to ride that Bronco off a cliff. All right.
Hey, man, if you're the Lions, if this happens, by the time the last game of the week is played Monday night, you could have clinched a playoff spot. And that's great because you would need the Vikings. You need to win. Vikings lose and the Seahawks to lose. You're in the playoffs. Now, doesn't guarantee you the division, but we get to say for the first time in a long time, you're in the playoffs. No matter, you could finish the year off on a 3-game losing streak. It's not how you want to be in the playoffs, but you would be in. Go ahead, David.
2-2 is the logical answer. Split with Minnesota and lose to Dallas. But Dallas has also had some clunkers. Arizona lost, so anything is possible.
See, the Arizona loss is one of those where every team just has that one game where you're like, I can't explain it. It happens. I think for Arizona, they didn't really respect the Cardinals. And they went in there and they kind of half did it. Unfortunate part about Detroit, you don't get that. I think Dallas is going to see you as somebody who they're fighting for a playoff spot with. And it's on the road. You won't get the crowd like you've been having for all of these other away games because the Cowboy fans, don't know if you know this or not, they're a little bit crazy. They're going to be there supporting their Cowboys probably in 10-gallon hats. It's going to be a loud environment for you. And, yeah, they have Micah Parsons and you don't. One more, David.
1-3 for the Lions. Denver and Dallas loss. First Vikings game is a win. The second one is a loss.
Now, that could happen, and that would be the best case 1-3 scenario because that means that the Lions may have already locked up their slot so they don't have to play anybody in that final game. They could rest all their starters. Maybe that's the game you see Hendon Hooker out there for the first time because they're already locked into their seed. So technically they may lose the game, but it doesn't hurt them because they're already in the playoffs. All right. Get a little prop bet casino next. 97.1.